Hello, once again, good friends. Welcome, new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. On my way out of Autozone, two products caught my eye, being a waterless or strictly a hybrid rinseless user. Anything that has that on the label will catch my eye. I will stop and take a closer look. So I grabbed the No-H2O. I haven't used them before. This especially has my interest. The dedicated rinseless wheel cleaner. Um, if there's a dedicated rinseless wheel cleaner and it has tons of lubrication, it's going to get my attention. Something a little silly on here though, wash and polish being a rinseless and having no abrasives in here. This is just sort of a misstatement and they meant something else, and I'll explain that as we go out into the shop and take a closer look. No-H2O rinseless wash and wheel cleaner, both under $10 each. Now the rinseless wash does have wash and polish on. I think that's just something that was misspoken or mislabeled. Maybe gives you the look of a polished car afterwards. And then here we have the wheel cleaner, which is a rinseless wheel cleaner. I'm always looking for more wheel cleaners that will fit into my waterless or rinseless wash regimen that has tons of lubrication and a great balance of cleaning power and also safe for the wheels. So here we have a brand new Chevy Blazer RS that I'm going to prepare and protect before it heads out onto the roadway and begins its life. So we'll start off using the rinseless wash, and we'll also test the wheel cleaner on it as well. This was brought over right after a snowstorm from the dealership, so it has a lot of grit on it. I hope this has plenty of lubrication. Let me show you. We'll pour a little bit out into this 1 ounce container here, and as you can see, it looks like lemonade or clam juice. It's just thin. I don't know. We'll find out. Now, if these are effective for the price, it would be a decent buy. But the bottles alone and the triggers and the nozzles, they just feel like they were ripped right out of a dollar store. I'm going to put an ounce to start with in my bucket with the big red sponge. I'm also going to pre-treat it with the waterless wash first. Even though it does say polish on the label, there are no abrasives. There are gloss enhancers and a little bit of something added to the formula to repel water. Spraying it out of the bottle, it just looks and feels to me like it's straight up water with just a little bit of cloudiness to it. And when I'm using the towel to pull it off here, there's no lubrication whatsoever. So I'm going to go to the big red sponge where I added yet another ounce into that bucket. Hopefully that adds just a little bit more lubrication. Yeah, I'm not feeling any lubrication whatsoever here. All I'm doing, I'm afraid, is adding more swirls to correct as soon as I'm done washing this thing. So let's add a little bit more of the product, maybe, I don't know, quarter, half of the bottle, see if that helps a bit. I'm still not impressed with the lubrication. There definitely needs to be more with all the grit that can cling to the side of the car, especially in my area. So, the heck with it. Let's just put the whole bottle in. What's going to hurt? This is probably 95% water anyway. Unfortunately, that doesn't even satisfy me. I can't recommend this to anyone, really. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to dry it off. I want to take a look at streaking, if there is any. And then when it's dry, did it improve gloss? Did it put anything down on the car at all to make it look better or repel water? Let's take a look. Okay, we have it dried. It is indeed clean now. Probably has quite a few more swirls than it did when I backed it in, but it looks okay. It is a new vehicle, keep in mind, so it's not going to look terrible. It's not going to look, really dull. There are some swirls and scratches that I have to correct. I very rarely get a car from a dealership that doesn't need correction somewhere before I can lay down protection. Plus, I can make it 15 to 20% better when it comes to gloss straight off the parking lot of the dealership. Okay, before we get to the wheel cleaner, let's see what type of gloss we have here on this new vehicle before I start correction. So we get a 93, which is not great because on this 20-year-old car here that I did work on, we get a 102. So yeah, I mean, let's just go to the wheel cleaner. This is a rinseless wheel cleaner, so we spray it on and let it dwell for a few seconds, agitate it, and then wipe it off. Now, I can tell you, again, it feels like there's just straight up water coming out of the bottle. The nozzle and spray trigger seem cheap. So I did want to show you there is a little bit of product, whatever it is, in the cleaner itself. A little bit of sudsing going on, not a whole lot. Okay, so let's agitate. We'll do the tire brush, then we'll get a detailing brush for the spokes, and a wheel woolly for the barrel of the wheel. What I like to see at this point is the foam or the suds starting to turn like a dark brown, especially on the tire or the wheel itself, and I see that nowhere whatsoever. There is a little bit more lubrication in this than there is in the rinseless wash. A little bit of improvement there. You absolutely need that lubrication. The ferrous metals from the braking system is one of the most abrasive elements that can come in contact with your wheels or the surface of your paint. You'll see as I switch between each tool, there's really not much suds created whatsoever, not much of a reaction or anything that I could tell that it's working. And now you just simply grab some old microfibers and you dry whatever you can reach. I usually have the Kraus and Becker at my side to do a little bit of rinsing with that pressurized vapor. And then I also have the air chuck to blow it out of where I can't reach, if it's in the barrels or around the lug nuts or in between the intricate designs of some of these wheels. But here today we're just going to use it as intended on the label. Spray it on, agitate, wipe it off. And here we are. It is clean. The face of the wheel is clean. Behind the spokes, the barrel of the wheel looks a little bit better. There are some bonded contaminants I'm going to have to work on, but not too bad. The lubrication was definitely better than the rinseless wash. And for the final thoughts segment of the video, when it comes to the rinseless wash alone, I can't use it here and I can't recommend it. When it comes to the wheel cleaner, the dedicated rinseless wheel cleaner, it has pretty good lubrication. Cleaning power is okay as long as you don't have brake dust that's just absolutely baked on and caked on your wheel. So that's okay. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.